Mic check. Mic check 1 2. Let the swag surf play for a little bit. Get everything set up. Let some of y'all file into the joint, you know. I'd like to welcome y'all to episode 3. It is real out here. Got a couple games going. We'll check in on those throughout the content, you know, throughout the pod. I know Kyle was dealing with a disconnect. He was up 7. B-Dot looks like he's handling Kansas. 35-10 in the third quarter, about 6 minutes left. Kansas is a CPU squad. Still got to figure out what's going on in Kyle's game, if they're going to recreate or whatever's going on there. But
so when you bundle our consumer
reports, this man got commercials on the stream. Crazy. But thanks for stopping by. You know, we're just gonna recap a couple things from this past few weeks in the league. Talk about the future of this season. See who's still kind of on top. Let's first take a look at this top 25, man. Let's see the movers and shakers in there. Shout out to the defending national champion LSU Tigers, 2-0 on the season. Got a big game this week against UNLV. Louisville, huge win at Notre Dame a week or two ago. First, let's take a look at Terrence. How did we get here? 2 user victories. 42-24 against Baylor, 44-27 against Texas Tech. 2 good users. He's 2-0 against right now. His opponent's combined record 21-12. So a pretty strong schedule, it looks like. Big game again against USNLV, which that's this week. Yeah, that's this week. Then conference play kind of begins for him, and it's gonna get doesn't get any easier for Terrence. Some good teams left on the schedule. But Coach Deuce Blair, I'm sure he's going to be ready for the challenge. Coming in at number 2, the Louisville Cardinals. This team is looks very formidable. Big win on the road at UCLA to begin the season. 14-point win. Great game against Notre Dame, nationally televised game of the week type atmosphere. Comes away with a big conference win. Then another big win against Nebraska, interconference play. And he has another game against SMU this week. That'll be another big one for him. So they're going to be pretty battle tested by the end of this schedule here. Games against SMU, Miami, South Carolina, North Carolina, all the users left on the schedule. Combined opponent record of 20-13. Real good team. Should be a real threat for nationally and for the conference. Tennessee, Ron with a huge win on the road, or at home versus Oregon to begin the season. 7-point victory, 38-31. We'll look a little deeper into this one. See a little bit sad. Both of them ran the ball pretty well. Efficient passing games here. Got some touchdowns through the air. He lost the turnover battle and still won the game. Pretty close in time possession. I got a feeling it's probably just when those turnovers happened that had a big effect on the game. Shane Friend, the freakishly good quarterback, pocket passer. Arizona State transfer, excuse me. De'Ara Hill, big game. Jeremy Poole. And this is on the pretty good stats on the losing record, losing team. Really close competitive game. Ron ran the ball really well. Ja'Kai Butler, 152 yards rushing, a touchdown, averaging 8 yards a pop. He was great. Malik Washington turned the ball over a few times, but he didn't really run the ball with Malik at all. He's a pure runner, but efficient, pretty reasonably efficient passing game. I mean, you threw 2 picks. It's hard to call you efficient. You're throwing the ball away. But 72% completion, 11 yards per completion. Like, just a really, it's a good game. Can't take that away from him. Did a pretty balanced running the ball. I didn't get to watch this one. This was probably entertaining. The big win. Another big win, enormous win against Colorado, his old school. I think that ain't that his actual alma mater, right? In real life. Yeah, he beat the dog shit out this boy. What was it? It's 42-16 at halftime. Like, yeah. Whew. Turnover battle wasn't crazy, so he was just getting stops and putting it in his life, man. Little indecision here at quarterback, unless the kid got hurt. Got some freshmen out there. Seems like he probably just has a better team, but this is crazy. 383 and 6 touchdowns. He should be on the Heisman list. That's 2 straight, like, really good games against elite users. Yeah, shout out to Ron. Good start to the season. 3-0. Win against TCU. A big game against Michigan this week. Michigan needs that game after a tough loss. And he had one that lost that first game, but he bounced back afterwards. But pretty good look. South Carolina, Carl, continuing to be a solid user, getting the victories here. Starts off, 2-0. Bye week. And he has Vanderbilt. Computer team should be 3-0. I mean, that'll be 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. He'll be 5-0 probably heading into that matchup against Louisville. Big game. And then you got LSU. You're going to play the top 2 teams in the nation within a 3-week span, and a not so bad CPU team in Oklahoma who's already beating the user. So tough road on for Carl, but 2-0. Good start for him. Syracuse, another threat in the ACC, a consistent threat in the ACC since he's been in the league. Big start off 3-0. First user game this week against Miami, nationally televised game. I'm sure the recruits are going to be in the building for Miami, and got to see that Wolfpack here soon. Notre Dame, it's a tough stretch right here. And then Minnesota to close out the year. Yeah, the bottom half of his schedule is going to definitely make up for not playing a lot of users early on. 1 user in the first, 6 games, and then you got 4 users in the last 5. So he's going to have to go out there and earn it. He got a pretty good team. He's been a good user, so we'll see what's good. Minnesota playing right now. I'm not sure what they're going to do with that, but he was up 7 against Maryland at the crib. He needs that game. You got Cody come up in 2 weeks, and then Iowa a few weeks after that. And of course, that game against Syracuse late, Northwestern a little bit late in the season. Northwestern's undefeated and ranked. 21-14 opponent record. Good start to the season from my man Kyle. The Wolfpack, we out here. Yes, sir. Tough. Beat the shit out of Alabama early. Always love beating Bama. ODU caught a bad one. Huge win last week against Notre Dame in a tough game. Didn't really play well on offense, but defensively we pitched a shutout in the second half, and that's what's most important. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we were 1.5 down, 17-14, and made some plays in the second half. Didn't really play well on offense, really at all. Got the 3 touchdowns, had a long run for a touchdown. He was a lot more efficient, at least running the ball on his end. But we were able to win the turnover battle. Lost time possession here. Hoss was terrible. I had an interception in that game. I just tapped the button by mistake. I think he returned the favor a little bit later in the game too. Running back had 3 touchdowns, 1 long run, 75 yards. Didn't do much else after that. It just wasn't. But dudes made the plays when we needed to. We're not going to win every game beautifully, you know. I'm sure I'll have a good game at some point. But defense getting the turnovers. And Jason had we made it hard for him in the passing game. But of course he ran the ball pretty well. That option type of look he was giving us had his moments. Big touchdown to Damian Bush. This was a crazy play. His quarterback got smoked and still put it on the money for a touchdown, but tough game. Good win by us. I'm sure Jason, who's he's 2-2 right now. I'm sure he'll bounce back pretty strongly by the end of the year. Oregon, big game against Oregon next week for me. He has a CPU this week with Indiana. He's been going a little crazy with the score, so 84, 76. And, you know, but hey, good season. Good start to the season for him. Tough loss against Iran. Big game next week. We play those guys. Looking forward to it. Rest of the season, manageable schedule. Some tough games late. Iowa, UCLA, Michigan to close out the season. Northwestern, another ranked team there. So he's going to have to continue, man. That 99 is definitely intimidating. Georgia and Oklahoma, the CPU teams rounding out the top 10. Iowa, which has bounced back pretty nicely from a tough opening week loss to Notre Dame, losing by 12 on the road at Notre Dame. Big win against Iowa State, and beating Cody was a big deal. 35-28. Just a solid win. One of them that you need, and you end up getting 14 points in the fourth quarter. Kind of made it a little closer. I didn't really watch this game, but shout out to him, of course, running the ball efficiently. Man, threw the ball 8 times. Going in the half up 28-14 definitely gets you there, though. Cody turning the ball over definitely will get you there. Yeah, nah, I'm looking at it. That's crazy. But big time. You can be one-dimensional if you're getting turnovers like that. Bryce Baker, the prize friend, transfer portal commit, had a long day. Goodness. 5 picks. Oh, he had a rule break. Oh, man. One of them interceptions, probably. Got to play your zones, fellas. The backup came in and played better. But disappointing for Bryce. Tough game. Ran the ball decent. You know, didn't really... You're throwing the ball away. You can't really keep running the ball. But the yards per carry is crazy for both of these top 2 running backs. Thanks. Yeah, that's good work right there. Tough loss. I'm gonna look at his rushing stats in a minute here. I'm sure this shit about to be amazing. Did a good job of spreading the ball around. Spread that bitch around to some of his players too. Man, I only got 1 turnover on your end. So yeah, that's rough. That's a big win for bro. He really needed that. And just reasonably efficient passing the ball, 6 or 7. I mean, it's efficient, but he only threw the bitch 7 times. I actually held his offense down with blind on. Yeah, looks that way. 110 yards rushing from Brevin Dahl. Yeah, all these dudes is getting a good amount of carries. Like, he's spreading the ball around, rushing it too. This is a real guy. How's he still in school? Jesus, man. Boy, super junior. So I thought all the real life guys be gone by now. If he's a junior, he got a whole nother year. or at least be seniors. Crazy. I'm gonna have to rewatch this game, bro. I'm gonna start watching a little bit more streams so I can give you a little bit more content on a lot of these. But it don't get any easier for bro. Conference games coming up in the next 2 weeks. Big game against Minnesota. Big game against Oregon, Nebraska. The Big Ten's is tough. Tough. You got to mention the Big Ten when you talk about best conferences in the league right now. Some good players at the top of that joint. Cody, after a loss, drops from number 5 to number 12. So that's significant. Still everything's in front of them. Some tough games coming up. Bye week this week. I feel your pain. I got a bye week too. But game against Ole Miss, which should help the rankings. If Ole Miss wins this week, they'll be 3-1. Maybe they'll be in the top 25. You can get a ranked victory here, but it gets crazy after that. Minnesota and Tennessee, sandwiched in between. You got Mississippi State, who's also ranked and undefeated. So 2 top 10 teams and a team on the verge of being in the top 10 in the next 3 out of the next 4 weeks for Cody. So, boy, you got some work ahead of you. And, of course, the battle for the Golden Boot. You should get that one at home. That's going to be a huge game with a lot of college football playoff implications. So, best of luck the rest of the season, big dog, because you're going to need it. There's some tough users ahead. Got to get back on track after your first loss. Tough. This was one of them ones here. I watched a good bit of this game. It's gonna shock some people. Well, I'll play them later, so I'll be able to let you know how I feel about it here in the next few weeks. But this was crazy. My man blocked a kick in overtime that really changed the game. An extra point, put him and took it back for 2, and put him in a position where a touchdown would just win the game. And he wins it in overtime. Of course, 2 air raid guys, but Cody gets a little bit more out of the run game than B-Dot did that game. But yeah. A lot of interceptions thrown. 5 picks thrown in this game by both teams. Defense was on one. A lot of this man got a freshman wide receiver that's 89 overall. That boy gonna be awesome. Braylon Staley. Well, you gotta love this, man. You like to see the ball spread around. Pause. Ugh. But you know what I'm saying. Yeah, did a good job of spreading the ball around. Jacaden Ferguson had a big game. Kind of the possession guy there. Not a whole lot of pressure on the quarterback, but got 2 picks off of him, got 3 picks off of him. No sacks from either team in that game. This game be on some shit. Passing that much and nobody getting to the quarterback is crazy. 50 attempts, 38 attempts, 88 attempts on from both quarterbacks and no sacks. Offensive lines, man. Dudes must be good, I guess. Mississippi State, we were just talking about, bro. Good start to the season, 2-0. Schedule looks pretty daunting going forward. You know what I'm saying? Big game against Stanford coming up here soon. USC smack them boys. Missouri coming up. Missouri this week. But big game against Stanford. Conference game against Arkansas. Then come to North Carolina State. Come to Raleigh-Durham. Tennessee on the road against Tennessee. So, yeah, man, we got a tough ways to go. And, of course, the SEC CPU teams are always going to be tough. Georgia, Texas A&M, Ole Miss. Yeah, he's got a chance to really prove itself. Cody gave him an endorsement live on the pod. So, nice little schedule ahead from him. Shout out Notre Dame, Jason. An un-Jason-like start to the season. 2-2 is really not his game, but he lost to what I consider 2 good users. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hope you don't upset me, fam. I can't have that. Louisville 42-35 on the road. Nationally televised game. Herb Street and them was in the building. One of the better quarterbacks in the country, Daniel Sweezer. Wilder had a big game. Transfer wide receiver Spencer Harris had a big game. Got 3 sacks off Jason. 2 interceptions on Van Olhoffen. Jason was like, this dude, I bet this dude ass. And you just decent. He'll be there next year, but he had a big play against me last year when I played him. I think he took it back for a touchdown. But it's a big win for him, bro. Huge win to start the season. Tough loss for Jason. Of course, the Heisman Trophy winner, 150 yards receiving out of running back position. Oh, it looks like bro hurt. Oh, yeah. Check some of these injuries. See all on the shelf. Defending Heisman Trophy winners hurt right now. Van Buren is doing a pretty good job on the ground. We had some issues with him early, running really balanced quarterback, can throw it, can run it. But I'm sure Jason, he'll be right back at it. He'll be fine. SMU coming up. Got Virginia this week. SMU coming up. Big win against a solid 70-0. Taking it out on them boys. SMU coming up. Wake Forest. Stanford. This will be the one for him. The next big game. Conference championship is not out of play for him. At 1-2, though, is an uphill battle, but you're going to need this game if you want to get there. Yeah, should be a big one. Really should be a big game for him. He's going to need that. But manageable rest of schedule for him. Could still be a playoff team. You know how dangerous he is. Won the first national championship this year. B-Dot 3-1. I wonder who he lost to. Arkansas Cody. I'm tripping. Could very well be 4-0. Probably should be 4-0. Who knows? Tough loss, 42-40. But other than that, it's a well-oiled machine out there. Had a free dub right here against SMU. UNLV, a tough, hard-fought 31-28 win. Obviously, if he's throwing it, he's doing a good job of throwing it. You know what I'm saying? 10 yards of pass play. Won the turnover battle. Time of possession. One time of possession. Gotta love it. Puglisi, I guess his name is. But senior quarterback, solid day. Only issue was the interception. Other than that, 176.4 rating. I don't even know why a running back would want to go to the school, man. They ain't giving y'all no totes. But the passing game is robust, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Does a good job again spreading the ball around. 10 catches from Jason Brown Jr. No pressure. 1 sack. 4 interceptions. Yeah, bro got 2 sacks in there. Big game by Dalton Tam. 10 catches, 125 yards, a touchdown. 6 catches, 104, and a touchdown for Ty Clark the third. Chris Lawson, 4 catches for 96 yards and a TD. Good job of spreading the ball around here. Nice distribution. Nobody really ran the ball well. I mean, he had 6 yards per carry, but I figure he throwing that bitch so well. Why run it, right? Kayla Newton was a train wreck as far as throwing picks. Other than that, you know, if it's not for giving the ball away, he had a pretty good game. But tough loss for him. But UNLV got to be feeling better about it. I mean, he went head to head with one of the better rosters in the conference. But it's a lot ahead for B-Dot, man. Colorado, Baylor, West Virginia, Michigan. I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, this man got to be feeling good about his chances to not only win the Big 12, but go to the playoffs and be a real threat in the playoffs. One loss on the season to a good user. I'm pretty sure Cody's gonna have a pretty good record. Like, just keep winning, he'll be in good shape. Miami, shout out Dove, 2-1. Coming off a tough loss early in the season to a North Texas. You were ranked and you lost at home to North Texas. That has to hurt. But wins on the road against Eastern Michigan and at home against Clemson. Big game this week against Syracuse. Got to have it because Louisville's coming up. That's not going to get any easier for you. Ranked Pittsburgh, North Carolina State at the end of the season. It's a nice road for them. Good team in Miami. We'll see what Dove does there, man. But it's a big user game for him this week. Got to have it. Alabama in at 17. Texas Tech. Shout out Dane. One time for Newark. My boy is 2-1, excuse me. With he blocked the field goal and returned it to win it. No shit. See, this is where I gotta watch these fucking games. I be seeing them come up, man, but I be doing shit. I probably be at work or what you call it. My wife finds something for me to do in the middle of watching them joints. But that's crazy. That's hella crazy. Let's go back to that one. Did I even got a spotlight that one? My bad, Dove. I don't want to keep bringing it back up, but 41-36, huge win for the North Texas program. Winning the turnover battle. Now we got to look at all that shit, Kyle. Winning the time of possession, gotta love it. Good in the red zone. 3 for 0 in the red zone. Hold on. So bro must have been in the red zone like 6 times. It's crazy. Elijah Thomas throwing the ball away. Never good. 2 interceptions. This superstar receiver. This dude is awesome. No, not a whole lot of pressure on the opposing quarterback. Let's see what North Texas defenses does. It's a lot of very mid players on this roster. 79, 75. 1 sack. Shout out to Isaiah Collins. Okay, a little bit more talent here at the skill positions. 86 overall. Cam Adams Parker. 99 yards and a touchdown on the day. Caleb Hawkins, 6'2", 207. Would you move him to running back or something? That's a funky looking. Look like a receiver. But good job of spreading the ball around. Nobody had a really big game, just a good team win. There you go. There you go. Good run. Good job running the ball that game. Efficient in the passing game. Drew Mestermaker, this bro in real life is a big portal guy. A lot of schools in real life are going to really be hollering at him. I heard like his coach went to Oklahoma State or something. He might end up there. But that's a big win for North Texas, man. It's a way to start a new program. Week 1, beat Miami. Gotta love it. Yeah, Dove, you got to get it together, brother. Can't be using the North Texas in game 1 with Miami of all things. Back to my boy. 2-1 to start the season. Tough loss on the road against the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Just dominant really throughout the game. A lot of offense is doing a poor job of running the ball. Obviously, these are the air raid guys who you're not really getting a lot of. He didn't really need all that this game. But big win for Terrence to open the season. Boy, senior running back. Hold on, why is Took Mayo out the game. Young champ, the forgotten one. But the rest of the season looks manageable for Dame, man. You know, no more ranked teams on the schedule at the moment. Maybe this is a tough one, of course. The pod will be on site for this one. We calling this game. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you tune in. We'll be at Baylor on October 7th at 2 p.m. Big game for both teams. Boom. Maryland, who was just in one. Somebody give me the update on Maryland and Minnesota. They had a disconnect. Big game for both teams. 2-1 Maryland, 2-0 Minnesota. Definitely a big conference game for both teams after a tough loss to open the season for Maryland. Pittsburgh, a newcomer to the ACC. Full replay. Oh, okay. Yeah, keep us abreast of the score in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Gotta love the full replay. Boys ready to go to war. Fuck that. I'm playing the half. I'm bullshit. No, I'm not bullshit, but still, we're playing the full game after you had a lead. It's crazy, but I understand it. Shout out to him. Shout out to Matthew Auden from P-Town, Portsmouth, Virginia, man. It was a tough, big time win for him, or a tough loss for him. Pretty good pressure on the quarterback at 3 sacks in the game, forcing an interception. Pittsburgh does a good job spreading the ball around. Did a good job running the ball with a bunch of different backs. The cupboard was not left bare in Pittsburgh. My man with Oregon did a pretty good job of building that team. But he's coaching. He's doing a good job of coaching it too. So shout out Pittsburgh. But yeah, man, this is a big game for him. He needs this game against Minnesota. He really needs this game. Alabama coming up on the schedule. The computer team, Nebraska and Baylor. Now, if he can get out of this game with a win, things are looking up. You got one ranked team left. And no more really ranked teams in the conference outside of that. Even if TM is ranked, he's not in conference with him, won't affect him. Has a good chance to go to the Big Ten championship. So he's got to be one of the front runners for it if he can do that and get out of Nebraska with a win, or get a win against Nebraska. Excuse me. This is a nice start to the season for him with a win today. Memphis, Washington out here. Pittsburgh, newcomer Pittsburgh. See what that boy got. Obviously the win that he just had against Maryland. A destruction of Akron. That's too many points, fam. Like, let's control ourselves, man. I get it. But we can do better. We don't need to do this, bro. I get it. You got a better team than Akron. I'm not trying to. Come on, son. If you this good, like, I feel like when dudes are good like that and you win 90-0. You can control when you're scoring. You know what's gonna work against a computer. Just simmer down a little bit. Like 90-0 is crazy, bro. I guarantee you'll never see that in real life. At least not at this level. Sure, Nick Saban and them could have beat people 90-0 at some point, and they just kind of relax. You know what I'm saying? I know you only threw it 9 times. I get it. But burn the clock a little bit, man. Turn the true clock on in the third quarter if you need to. You're up like 56-0 at half. Good stat game for him. A lot of good things going on the defensive side of the ball. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 sacks. A pick. And got a defensive touchdown on it. Shout out to him. Good win. But let's come on, man. Let's control ourselves. And then you beat these people 9-0, then lose to Michigan 34-31 the week after. That's karma, man. But manageable rest of the schedule. Ranked teams in Miami and Syracuse, Nebraska, North Carolina. I say manageable, but this can be tough. North Carolina's playing good ball, 3-0, 1-1. Nebraska, that's a good team. Syracuse undefeated. Miami's got a good team. So you have some games to get right, and then some big games to end the season with an opportunity. Remaining all your opponent's record right now, 22-13. You know what I'm saying? Ranked number 23 in the country. Got to shake back from the loss. Big game against Georgia Tech this week. Big game. All right, North Carolina. Good start to the season, 3-0. Had a big game against Utah State that he almost lost. Opened the season against Charlotte, 28-6. This score is interesting because I watched a good part of this game. Kyle probably should have won this game. You see all these arrows pointing to Utah State's side. He pretty much kind of outplayed, bro. But 8 interceptions will do it. 8 interceptions will do it. You can't turn the ball over that much and expect to win, especially not on the road. But Lopez was pretty terrible in this game. 5 interceptions. Under 70 completion percentage. Didn't really run the ball well. Decent job of spreading it around to the receivers over here. Got a little bit of pressure on the quarterback. At least that one guy did. But this is I mean, come on. Sam Neely. I think this is a Michigan. I'm sorry, a North Carolina State kid. I remember that name. Oh, yeah. 8 interceptions. You definitely blew that. But got 5 of your own. Just didn't cash in as much. I've seen Havener's name a few times. He must be a pretty good player. Had a chance to win through one in the red zone. Tough. Got to build a team, man. Got to get more talent there. Did a good job of, good job of spreading the ball around. I like his totals. 3 touchdowns, 3 different dudes. Pretty good running the ball. 13 carries, 68 yards, 5.2 to carry. Oh, my goodness, man. Oos had a rough day. A pretty good quarterback, too. 88 overall. Purple on time. Throwing them bitches with anticipation. I bet you ain't anticipate throwing that bitch to the other team as much as he did. And this is a nice, tough, upcoming schedule right here. 3-0. Big game against TCU. Yeah, 8 is crazy. Big game against TCU for him. Some what you call it games to kind of build some confidence, work on his scheme. And then Murderers Row. Louisville to start it off. Tough opponent. Another conference game here. Ranked teams to end the season in Northwestern, and a huge conference game against Pittsburgh. Yeah, it's going to get rough towards the end. And rounding up the top 25, Northwestern. Shout out to Northwestern. Who's Northwestern's user? 2-0 to start the season with a user victory. Big game this week against CPU Penn State. Can he hang with that? Has a good chance here if you can pull out Penn State, Ohio State, Washington, and head into that Oregon game with a lot of confidence. Being 5-0 on the road against Oregon, Michigan, UCLA, ranked non-conference game against North Carolina, ranked conference game against Minnesota. You gotta have these, bro. You gotta take all 3 of these. Put yourself in a good position. This way, if you, I mean, it's a chance you can end up in the playoffs, man. Or have a shot to be in the top 12. Like, they're not gonna hurt you too bad for losing to Oregon. You go in this bitch 5-0, you lose to Oregon 5-1. Let's say you win in the next 3 after that. Unranked teams. Not saying he's 100% gonna win all those games. You only have really 1 user left. You fuck around, what? A 2-loss, 10-2 type. What you call it? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So, season, everything's right in front of Northwestern. Is he good enough to navigate it? His team probably is not going to be as good as anybody he's playing, but he's definitely, you know what I'm saying, got an opportunity. The coaches poll ain't much difference, I'm pretty sure. Except for Ron got a first place vote on this one. Oh, no, yeah, there's a difference. Louisville's the #1 team in the coaches poll. Crazy. His resume looks better right now than Terrence's, I guess. Well, yeah, his resume probably looks better than Terrence. 2 ranked win in the top in his first 3 weeks. 1 ranked win. Yeah. The coaches see it different. Shout out to him. I want to say they ranked me a little high. No, same spot, but you know, just some of the teams to watch. Checking out the Heisman race. I believe we got a new leader, Will Wilson from UCF. 12 for 16, 190 passing yards, a passing TD. 8 carries for 99 rush yards and 3 rush TDs. It's crazy. Yeah, Baylor was ranked week 1, but they're not ranked now, though, so it's going to hurt you. Him losing games hurt you. You need TM to keep winning. Make your shit look better. But yeah, Will Wilson, former North Carolina State player. Fuck out of here. Dude, I remember he was really fast, if I'm not mistaken. Real good athlete. Jeff Overton, #2. He was #1 last week. Didn't play last week, so he kind of hurt himself. Big game for Keelan Russell. 270 yards passing, 108 yards rushing. Computer be going ham. Ricky Hunt Jr., more computer players. Only 2 users on the Heisman list. I'm sure that will change week by week, but players of the week, we'll go with the national players of the week for starting at week 0. Nobody played week 0, so we don't care. All right. Shout out Dove for the first user to get a Player of the Week award. Xavier Lucas, big win. 4 tackles, 1 interception, 3 pass breakups, a TD. Big game for TM with an 84-31 win against Cincinnati. It's a lot of points too, TM. 7 tackles, an interception, 4 pass breakups, and a TD. 8 receptions for 231 and 4 receiving TDs. Yeah, that's a lot of points, TM. Chill out. But ACC, just kind of run through all these. This should all be users, I would think. Mostly users. I don't believe we have anybody in the American, but we definitely have Big 12 users. Cole Seahorn. Yo, Dame, did you name that man Cole Seahorn? That's crazy. This his nephew or some shit. Trayvon Tallmere. Big game. Alan Kuma. In a loss, he ended up winning Player of the Week. 8 catches for 189 yards, 3 TDs. Tyler Turner. Well, that was the big game against Cincinnati. Starting at week 1. An African kid. I couldn't pronounce his name if I tried. I'm surprised USC ain't fired anybody and hired a new coach. It's crazy. But they hadn't been good for a minute. We'll check that in a minute. Just see what jobs are potentially opening up at the end of the season. Jobs that I'm not going to get any offers or even get any looks for, but, you know, It is what it is. Pac-12. Wilson, of course, the Heisman front runner with a huge game against Arkansas State week 1. 197 passing yards. The boy looked like Vince Young numbers. Isaiah Collins in North Texas. Big game from him. SEC. No users right there. No users there. Yeah, man. Ricky Hunt. Who had Ricky Hunt last year? Was that UNLV's running back, I think? I want to say that was UNLV's running back. Coach abilities, coach go. Where's the shit at? There we go. All right. Well, I believe, bro, we only played one game. Shout out to his alma mater being LSU. That job probably ain't going to open up anytime soon because Mike Norvell at USC, so they did hire a new coach. It just wasn't a user. Got to think that they'll probably open up again after the season if everything keeps going the way it's going. 5-10 at USC. Marvin Lewis, he's 2-1. I'm sure that'll change here soon. His shit should go up. No big name schools. Clemson, obviously. Clemson should be a job that potentially opens up. Hot seat. Virginia Tech. Good program, but you'd have to probably commit to a rebuild of them. They're probably not as good as they usually are, but in real life, they aren't good anymore either. So, hey, Florida, they've been holding on to Billy Napier the whole dynasty. That's crazy. That is crazy. Eli Drinkowitz. That's Missouri's coach in real life. That boy got canned. This is the one I want. I ain't gonna front. I want Texas to offer me so bad. Yeah, but yeah, let's get Sark out of there, man. We're a better fit. You know what I'm saying? That's not 64-33 aren't Texas standards. We got to do better. Some of the big names. Dabo. Oh, yeah. Keep beating down Bama. That'll open. Yeah, like who doesn't, bro? I need that. I need that. That shit crazy. Clay Helton. So Missouri, Bama has a chance to open it up, but I mean, 71%. That's not terrible. But just keep beating up on Bama. It's low. Penn State. These people don't want to fire James Franklin for nothing. You could have Bama, bro. I don't fuck around with them people like that. Yeah, this is some crazy. And that shit really looks like James Franklin, too. But they holding on to bro. Big time. Kansas State is a solid program, bro. Be a challenge to kind of rebuild them. Coach Sean Jackson, safe for now. Got to get it done. Got to do something this year. Dan Lanning in Oklahoma, safe for now. Oh, Danny O'Shea, shout out to the coach from Little Giants. Yeah, he's starting to get in good shape. I mean, Dove probably has to have a good season. I say safe for now. Miami said they have stand 22-7. That's not bad. What is it? 2 or 3 seasons with them? It's not bad at all. Kirby, safe for now. This will be another one people are going to be looking at. Keep beating up on Georgia, and that job opens up, man. But not a whole lot of the dude that took over for Jason. Oh, no, he didn't take over. He took over for the dude who took over for Jason. Somebody. Oh, the dude quit. BYU quit. Gotcha. Florida State. Interesting. I wanted that job too in the off season, but what can you do? Shane Bieber at 98% after being 2-8 with these people is crazy. And that's really Eddie George too. That's hot. Major Applewhite. 2-0 at Utah. But most of the league is in good standing, no, you know what I'm saying? This nigga with this random ass coach, but yeah, not a whole lot of dudes in danger of losing their jobs. Barry Alvarez, the Wisconsin coach, huh? Shout out Kyle, man. Taking that team. Yeah, you want Alabama, that's your alma mater. Should be in good shape to get him if it opens, I would think. Especially if you keep winning. What else, man? Let's take a look at week 4. The games on the slate for this week. Obviously the Tennessee-Michigan game. Big game. In the big house. Really big game for them. It'd be a big upset for Michigan if they can get that dub. Ron just trying to keep the train moving. You know what I'm saying? Iowa and UCLA, big win for Iowa. Nebraska and Ohio State, always got to watch those top tier computer teams there because you never know. Of course, my man handled business there. LSU and UNLV at home. Terrence should probably win that game. I can't see him losing. Team's so much better. He's a good user. He'll handle business at home. Louisville SMU. I'd pick Louisville in this game. I think they'll come out on top. Just keep it going. Give me Baylor in this one. Baylor over Colorado at home. Obviously, South Carolina's going to handle business. Pittsburgh will handle business. TCU and North Carolina. I'm going to stick with North Carolina remaining undefeated, being 4-0. That's not a conference. Yeah, it's not a conference game, but 4-0 North Carolina. This game going on right now. Hold on, let me check it. What's the score? If y'all can get it before I get it. Check it out. 24-21, Armlinator on top. I'm not going to click his shit because it's going to put me at a commercial. You people are the worst. But big first down conversion. I mean, a conversion on first down. 10-yard run there. Minnesota driving. So a big game there. See how it ends up. UCF with the Heisman Trophy front runner handles business again against Oklahoma State. Utah State with a big game against his old school at Wisconsin. Definitely looking forward to seeing the final from that one. Penn State, Northwestern. Got to think Northwestern to handle business there. He definitely needs to. West Virginia would hope that they handle business. Good game for Mississippi State against Missouri. 64-42. Real good game. Too many points for them boys to handle. Won the turnover battle. Chrome and Hope. Well, the freshman came in, had a better game. But awesome job of getting people involved. Did a good job spreading it around. 4 touchdowns to 4 different players. Yeah, man. Good dub for him. I think we were coming up on the end of it here. Oregon, Indiana. Good job by Oregon handling business with 3 restarts. What the hell? I just can't believe he would. I'm sure it's an explainable thing. Miami and Syracuse, big game here. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Syracuse in this one. Nationally televised conference game. Syracuse, better user, probably with the better team. North Texas should handle business against Colorado State. Arizona State handle business against Kansas, and Stanford against Air Force. But appreciate y'all boys tuning in. Going through some of the stuff in the league. Call-ins, man. Y'all hit me up, bro. Start a party. Chop it up a little bit. You got something to say, talk a little shit, go over your team, kind of do a deep dive into your season. You know what I'm saying? Anytime. I guess that'll probably be sometime next week. We could do something like that. Strictly just call-ins and maybe get something going. But appreciate you boys, man. Keep balling. Can't wait to see what the league got planned for us in the next few weeks here. But shout out to y'all, man. Y'all have a good Sunday or Saturday.